got knocked out and out of the ring, and it's
Uh-huh.
not for me.
Okay.
After many, many years, I was working in Fifth Avenue in New York City,
Uh-huh.
Manhattan, and one of our clients, it was Jose Sulaiman.
Okay.
So we meet, we talk, and then he told me, you can be good in our industry. We need people like you,
Uh-huh.
and the door of the WBC for me, and I'm here now in boxing.
Oh wow. Because I thought it was hard to start up a promotion company from the ground up, but you had a little hand in it, right? With the
No,
WBC.
contrary, I worked very hard because I didn't start to be a promoter from day one. I did it from boxing. I started to sell and manufacture gloves,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, I was a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was a matchmaker, 8 years, consecutive years, the matchmaker of the year for WBO and
Mm-hmm.
the matchmaker of the decade for the WBA.
Wow. Okay.
Then I come to be a promoter in 2008, but I started in 1995 and the boxing one.
Wow. That's a quick turnaround. Yeah.
Look, if you want to be a promoter and be millionaire right away, it's
Mm-hmm.
secret. You need to be multi-millionaire to be millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. Right.
most of the people doesn't make it. What,
Okay. Right. Right.
sometimes it's happened that out of I would say between 50 try it, one succeed, and the reason is because it doesn't start from the bottom.
Right.
Manufacture gloves, know about the gloves, get to be a manager, and
Mm-hmm.
then a matchmaker for so many years. So then you're ready to go for a
Okay.
as a promoter.
Okay. Now that's great starting off as a promoter. Now, I know that you told me and we spoke on the phone about your background in the amateur ranks, how involved you are with the amateur ranks.
Well,
Everyone seen the pictures on about the medal and the WBC. Mari Suleiman, he was involved in that also, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, Mauricio Suleiman, he gave me, well, happened to be, it was Jose Suleiman that he have a war versus the AIBA, or the AIBA,
Okay.
the the Olympians, and he sue each other. Finally, I said, look, I told him to Don Jose, Jose, if you want to really beat him, we need to do something. He said, let's do tournaments of the WBC. Few months later, you couldn't see it because he passed away, Jose Suleiman, may I rest in peace. And
Hmm.
I make the decision to comply and do what he really wanted to do, is to have something parallel at amateur tournaments for the WBC. And this is exactly what I did for the past 5 years.
Hmm.
And very successful. We did the first tournament,
Hmm.
and from that tournament, six of them we went to Mexico. That I am the sponsor for all these kids. And if you go to BoxRec, you will see that it's over 150, close to 159, 160 fighters in the third tournament. And the
Mm.
first one, it was about 40, 50. The second one, it was about 100. And the third
Wow.
one is already over 50, 150. Now, what I do is I send it to Mexico, to the
Hmm.
Senar in Mexico, and Mauricio helped me with the
Hmm.
trainers, and he stayed over there with the new weight of life that is only trainer, and eat healthy, and
Mm-hmm.
have all kind of people that help this boxer that I sent it. The first year he come up one out of the six is a professional.
Mm-hmm.
That is Amilcar Vidal Jr. is
Mm-hmm.
14-0,
Right.
12 KO.
Mm-hmm.
The second year he come up another one out of six, only one. That is Victor El Latigo Rodriguez from Uruguay. Now the other five, a couple of them stay and he continued boxing and amateur, but the rest he have an excellent experience, but he come out to be good in life.
Mm-hmm.
Now he learn things. So because not for everyone you can say that he be a great boxer. He
Correct. Right.
try, he have
Mm-hmm.
a good amateur career, and then he get married. All these things that happen to this kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in the first he was one fighter, second another fighter. So, but I'm very happy with that because many of these kids he was doing nothing, going to the street. Many of those with drugs, alcohol,
Good
and who knows
stuff.
what.
Wow.
So took him out of the street and
Mm-hmm.
to the gym, and he learned a new tunnel of the life of each one of them. That is
Mm-hmm.
another light in the tunnel. So
Wow.
that
Mm-hmm.
only bring many things good for the youth. And I got few mothers that say, without
Mm-hmm.
your help, my son would be in jail or dead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of boxers. Yeah. The streets save box. Save them from the
That's right.
streets. Yeah.
So
Now.
I'm very
Oh, go
happy
ahead. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
of my work. But beside that, I said if every promoter, successful promoter, invests his money to the amateurs, you will get better fighters, and we will help the youth not to commit crime, alcohol, drugs, and who knows.
Okay. Okay. You're right. Okay. Now I'm gonna change gears just a little bit. All right. Now a lot of people know you as or believe that you discovered Manny Pacquiao. Okay, or found Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines.
That's
And
correct. That
all
happened
right.
in 2000.
Mm, okay. Well, okay. Say that again now.
It happened in the year 2000 when I did
Okay. Okay.
Manny Pacquiao.
Okay. Now, did he come out the amateurs? Did you find him in the amateurs?
No, he
No.
was already built as a fighter. He was
Okay.
a champion in, I believe, he was flyweight.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But at that time, he was a super buttonweight when he came to America.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a video of him and said, this is the one. And
Uh-huh.
that time I worked with Murad Muhammad. I was
Uh-huh.
matchmaker for
Okay.
four, and I forced him to take it. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
forced.
Did you?
The lawyer of him, uh, he couldn't, he went to top rank, to
Mm-hmm.
Bob Arum. He said, it's too small. He went
Uh-huh.
to Dan King at that time. He didn't like it because every Filipino who came to America, he was losing.
All
Besides
right.
Peñalosa, that he didn't lose, that he won a couple of fights. But the point is that I say, you know why? Because you bring these people a
Mm-hmm.
week before the fight. You have 16 hours different or 14 hours different,
Right.
depending if East Coast or West Coast. The food is different, and that is one of the reasons. But Pacquiao, he came to America with his lawyer Sidney Hall from San Francisco, and he keep in camp.
Okay.
So that it was the major reason. And beside that, I recommend um, Eddie Roach to
Okay.
them.
Okay. Oh, you
So
recommend Freddie Roach for the
yeah, Freddie,
trainer.
yeah,
Okay. That's how they hooked up. So they've been hooked up ever since.
that's
Uh,
correct.
okay. Ever since he just got over here, they just been
Yeah, he been in the year 2000 actually. Yeah,
Okay. Now, as a promoter, speaking from a promoter perspective, a lot of people, Floyd Mayweather just alluded to that it takes a long time to get paid by the promoter as far as when you fight. Now, I don't know why he said that, but he said sometimes that's a business of boxing, that it takes a long time, especially with the pay per view on the back end. It takes a while to get paid.
Well, you need to be charismatic, like
Hmm.
Mayweather,
Hmm.
like he was, like is today Canelo,
Hmm.
and you need to have his support. Now, the African American ethnic group
Hmm.
is support, but not enough
Right.
fighters.
Okay. Hmm. Exactly.
And if you go to Mexican, everybody's supporting. Almost,
Right.
it
Right.
doesn't
Hmm.
buy the pay per view. Put it that
Right.
way.
Hmm.
And the Latinos. So that is the reason that you see a lot of pay per views with Latinos because it's the support of our sport, boxing.
Hmm. Hmm. And that's why I say with the amateur ranks being worldwide, boxing can survive outside the USA. You know.
Eh, yes, but remember when it's hunger and in in the world, it will be uh, boxers when people doesn't have food to eat like many like you have not like sleep many of these kids sleeping in the floor
Mhm.
and that is the situation why you bring it to boxing and he's hungry because you have no money. It's a poor family,
Mhm.
like in Dominican Republic
Mhm.
and many other third world countries.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. And now I'm gonna change gears once again. Once again. Now, this is a comment that was made by you, and I believe boxing.com about Demetrius Andrade. Okay, and um, that he wanted to fight David Benavidez. And David Benavidez, I believe you said that it would take a GPS to find him in the ring. now, a guy could take it two ways, right? Either, well, he moves a lot of lateral movement, or maybe David is slow on his feet.
No, the problem with Andrade, and people misunderstood what I mean,
Okay,
it doesn't bring nothing to the table, regardless.
okay,
And what is the reason? Because it's not charismatic. He
okay.
does he fight and he win because the only thing he wants is to win. He doesn't want to build a fan that is see aggressive. Because if you remember, boxing started in Greece, and in
Hmm.
that time the gloves it was metal, and when he finished the fight, when some of the two he died, that it
Hmm.
was boxing. Then everything changed because it was now it's the MR, the M
MMA, yeah.
is is a very aggressive,
Yeah.
cruel. I personally I don't like it.
I don't like it. I
Be,
don't
to
care
be
for it.
a, to be a good boxer is not only the technique.
Hmm.
You need to be charismatic. You need to engage in the fight,
Okay.
and he engage in the fight only when the opponent is a weak opponent. If
Okay.
not, he will not engage. And that is the reason that doesn't bring nothing to the table because nobody will buy fight from him because nobody hate him and nobody like him.
Mm,
I mean, great percentage of the people doesn't like him the way he fight and but like Canelo is people that hate Canelo and people will love Canelo. Mayweather, hate and love. Now,
right.
hate and love, you make money.
Okay.
And you need to be a champion. You need to bring something to the table. In this moment, you have nothing. So the only thing you can bring is money. This is what I say.
Right. Okay.
Manny is not him, is his promoter,
Okay.
Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn.
Yeah,
Right. That's why you were saying that you would take more than 7 million
that's correct.
to fight David. I mean to fight Demetrius, and you would
Yeah,
take less to fight Canelo. Is that correct?
that's correct. He will take 5 million to fight Canelo or less
Uh-huh.
because he brings something to the table. He brings the number one and
Mm-hmm.
4 titles.
Mm-hmm.
What he bring, Andrade? Nothing. A fight that winning or loser, Benavidez, it will look bad. Even if he knock him out, it will not look good because he will try to escape. He will not engage. He will run it after him the whole night, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe he win by decision. Maybe he win by KO by mistake. So what
Okay.
into the table? Nothing.
Okay. Well,
The
now,
thing is the money.
okay, okay. That's because see, the name of the game, the boxing is like the hit and don't get hit, right? And a lot of lateral movement points for that. And don't you think that would be
Boxing, he will die if everybody think like him.
okay? Okay.
Because people like to see blood. People like to see knockout.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm.
that's the people that spend the money in pay-per-view.
Okay. Okay. Because I know late Manuel Stewart said knockout sales, right? I know you
A
remember that verse, right?
friend of mine.
Right. Okay. Right. So, but now David Benavidez, a young man named 503 Lion had this question. He wanted to see David fight a better competition than Lemieux. All
Eh,
right.
Lemieux was not chosen by our team.
Mhm.
WBC, he said the number one and number two, you need to fight each other. And happened to be Lemieux, he was number two. Now,
Okay.
Benavides, he fought whatever people want, taking the fight. Because I can mention many names that he didn't want to even to touch him, to be engaged in any fight with Benavides. It's not
Mhm.
his fault.
Right. 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 You can't make a guy fight you. But is there any possible way that he can get in there with Canelo? Because we would like to see Canelo fight someone or better competition than he been fighting.
I strongly believe that the only one that can beat Canelo is Benavides.
Okay. Okay.
And that is the reason that it will not happen.
You don't think it'll happen?
He took the fight with Mayweather because it was good money.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't took the fight. When I say that, is the management, you know what I mean, or the promoter.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good opportunity. He had nothing to lose, only to gain in experience and to face the number one in the world.
Okay.
And that is the reason that he lost and he continued fighting and making more money. Maybe today he making more money like you know in base of the future he will make more money than Mayweather in the boxing sport.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, now I'm kind of fond of uh, the, the Charlos, like Jamal. That's a thought that we want to see them to clash together because David at 168, Jamal need to move up to 168. That would be a good clash.
Yeah, and I believe that it be a tough fight.
Mhm.
And sometimes you make a mistake saying the only one he can beat is David Benavides, but the second one definitely be Jamal.
Okay.
If it's any chance, what I mean. But this is a real fights. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. No, what is so hard in your promoter mind? What is so hard making these fights? Us getting the fights that I guess that the public want to see, or the best fighting the best. What is standing in the way?
Well, uh,
Sad.
let me put it this way. This happened since the creation. of the champion.
Uh-huh.
And especially when I used to have only one champion for every division, it was very hard to get the opportunity to fight for a world title.
Mm-hmm.
And it's part of the business of boxing, because boxing is a sport, but at the same time it's business.
Right, right. I understand that. I understand that, and that's the problem, I believe. Now, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I think the belts has been a little bit outdated. I think it's too many belts in the sports, and I think, well, that's what the WA trying to do now, die down the belts.
Well, you see, for the press and people like you that you love boxing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, maybe you're right that it's too many belts. But
Mm-hmm.
for the boxers, like an example, you fight for the interim title.
Okay.
You can make, let's say, a number, $200,000. But if you don't have that belt, the interim,
Mm-hmm.
fight it, each one you will make 20,000. So this fighter doesn't deserve to make money, and the people like when you say interim. You like when you say world champion. You would like to say when you say the Latino champion,
Mm-hmm.
because people doesn't care much about the title, but they love to hear that, including the network. The
Mm-hmm.
network say, I don't want a interim title. So now there's no more interim. Now it's elimination bout.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is an eliminator. The number one eliminator, number two eliminator. But this is what the people like. You like something like a cherry in the cake.
Okay.
So, is nothing wrong. The interim, like the WBA, that it give millions of dollars to poor people, as many of them that they come to be wealthy people, the
Mm-hmm.
boxer, and most of them African American and Latino.
Okay. Okay. Now, now, how's Javier Fortuna doing? How's he doing? How's his career going?
Well, Fortuna, he won the last fight.
Mm-hmm.
He lost with Jojo Diaz, and after the fight, he showed me an X-ray that he have a broken finger. So
Okay, because he's supposed to fight Ryan Garcia.
yeah, but Ryan Garcia is a fighter. You see, most of the time the promoter
Mm-hmm.
try to avoid danger for the fighter,
Okay.
and this what happened with Ryan Garcia. The only
Mhm.
difference between Ryan Garcia and the rest of the fighters is that they like to talk.
Okay. Right.
You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
They like
Yes.
to be in the news all the time. So, but he will not take even Fortuna.
Mm. Wow. Yeah. Wow,
So he
man.
took now someone that he will not bring danger to him.
Okay. Now, Sam, let me ask you this. I'm gonna get back to David for a second. What would make him, that guy that you took, make him catapult into the next phase or big stardom? Would he have to move up to 175?
No,
No.
he will stay in 68. He
Mhm.
will win the fight, hopefully, with Lemieux.
Okay.
Then, when he's a champion and his money, it will come good fights for him.
Okay.
Like your guys say, why doesn't fight better competition? The better competition doesn't come from small change.
Right. Right. Of course. Okay. Now I got a question from someone in the chat. Okay. Bole. He said, what do you think about David and David Morrell?
He's too young and doesn't have the experience, and it will not be a really a good fight in this moment. In a couple of years from now, it'll be a great fight, but you have only 6, 7 fights
Okay. Okay.
against 20 and some fights.
Right.
That
Right.
is
Okay. 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 All right. Now, how did you, as a promoter, how do you find a fighter that you know that's going to be a standout type of fighter?
I honestly, uh, I never think that I can make it a champion when I start with one.
Okay.
It
Mhm,
takes time to know. But, if I tell you all my secret, so
mhm.
I'd be out of business.
Okay. Okay.
But an
Okay.
example, Sebastian Fundora,
Mhm.
that
Okay.
I started almost, you have only 3 or 4 fights. Uh, I know that it's different.
Mhm.
It's 6'6", 154 pounders.
Mhm.
It's something different. But you have a tough fights, and he learned the hard way. So please don't miss Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora. It'd be a great fight.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be. And you know what else would be a great fight? That Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez
Oh,
fight.
that definitely be a good fight.
Yes.
Look, if the people demand sometimes
Uh.
of the social media, maybe it would happen, but not this year.
Not this year.
Look,
Okay.
he got an offer over $100 million.
Right.
What do you think he will make more money, the first fight or the second fight?
Uh.
Definitely the second fight.
Okay.
So, which means that probably he will get 40 million or 45 million against 55 million that it was proposed to him. And
Mm.
he didn't took it. He took 85 millions, which is 15 million less than many
Right.
hundred and thousand fighters he would never make in his whole career.
Wow. That
It's
just
crazy. Why he doesn't take a chance is because the management doesn't allow him. Because Canelo, I know him from Pro View,
mhm.
is he have the heart of lion, and he would fight anybody. So is the management, in this case Eddie Reynoso, which stopped to fight him a danger fight. Even though
Okay.
if he think that he can win, he will not take the chance. Why? Because in the end of the day, is the chicken with the eggs. You know what I mean?
Right, right. You mean so? Other words, he don't want to take he don't want to take the risk of Canelo fighting someone that probably would beat him.
That's correct.
Basically,
That's
right. It doesn't matter how much money. It's just that he don't want to take that route because the route that he's been moving in is pretty much an easy route, basically. So that's how I look at it. Now I know you're not. I know you're not a Terrence Crawford promoter or Earl Spence promoter. I know you heard rumors about that fight and how it's having a hard time moving or being made. Okay, now we know we have a fight with Earl and Ugas on in April. Now the winner hopefully will get Crawford fight. Now, what would stop that fight? Do you think Al Heyman
no.
uh, would stop
Crawford,
that fight?
Crawford he won like Andrade with the difference that he engaged. He won more that he really deserved because it's not a charismatic. You
Okay,
put Crawford walking in Fifth Avenue, nobody knows.
okay,
You put Canelo, everybody knows. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
You take any one of these fighters that he won millions of dollars and let him walk in the strip in Vegas, or let him walk in Chicago, or let him walk in the street.
Mm-hmm,
He will not be recognized. And that is a fact. I remember the first time when I started to work with Benavidez,
mm-hmm,
I say you will realize that you start to earn money when you go to the drugstore and you see that people recognize it. When you go to a supermarket, people
mm-hmm.
recognize it. When you go to a gas station to fill it up, somebody will recognize you.
Okay,
And if you go to the mall, even more people.
right.
And
Okay.
I can tell you, besides his hometown, it's very few people that he will recognize and walking in the street.
Wow. Okay. So it's better. It's
As well as
basically.
Andrade.
Excuse me.
As well as Andrade.
Okay. Okay. Now, I have a question from Jay Miller. Okay, he said, did the PBC offer require Canelo to fight Charlo and Benavidez?
That's correct.
Okay,
Charlo
okay,
for less money, Benavides for more money.
okay. Wow, man. So he decided to fight for lesser money. So now I'm trying to get my head around that. For he'll rather fight for lesser money than for bigger money. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it will make $85 million. But again,
right.
not Canelo, it's the management. Canelo will fight the four guys one after the other. The
Okay,
problem is that he make the account, maybe Eddie Reynoso, 85 million and have between 60 to 70% to win. If I take 100 million, I have 50-50. Which one we take?
right.
We
Okay,
take the 60, the
right.
60%
So
winning.
okay. Oh,
Remember,
okay.
Latkin already is an old man.
Huh?
It's almost 40 years old.
Yeah.
One,
Mm,
and it
right.
was a close fight. So now it will not be a close fight because the age.
Exactly. I understand what you're saying.
So why would I take a 70% chance to win that 50-50
Right.
or
Right.
45-55?
Okay. It's
That
the
is
management. It's management.
management.
I,
Yes.
I
Not,
try to tell a lot of people, when you're a free agent, you're still not a free agent because you still
never,
have never, right? Because you still
never
got
a boxer, a free agent that he would say that is the manager, the trainer, the
uh,
promoter, because he cannot do all that. It never
exactly.
happened in the history of boxing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ricky Williams on boxing said the business of boxing is staying in the business of boxing.
That's correct.
You're right. Exactly. So now uh, a lot of fighters are saying that promoters, see, we don't really know what's what, who talked to who. Now, have you ever had difficulty working with, let's say, Bob Arum, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn, any of those guys? Have you ever had
Well,
difficulty?
let me put it this way. Al Heyman, I know Al Heyman when probably more than anybody else.
Uh,
Uh,
wow. Huh.
I start to deal with them and I check his hands.
Huh.
And for me, is my brother from different mother because we never.
Whoa, listen at you, Sampson. My
It's not
brother from a
good.
different mother.
He's a
Okay,
good,
shit.
good friend of mine. Very
Oh,
good,
okay.
very loyal.
Uh-huh.
He's very special. Doesn't like I like the
Mhm.
TV, the cameras, you know.
Right. I know. Yeah. He
But
don't like the
cannot
cameras. You
do
can't get him on the interview. You can't get his
no, he
number.
cannot do an interview because he have too many fighters and you need to take care of each one of them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he doesn't have the time for like I do.
Okay. Now, I'm just gonna throw this out here. Maybe you don't know, maybe you don't. All right. I know you know Al Heyman and everything, but do you think PBC is going to the end of their rope now? Do you think they reach almost bankruptcy, or
No,
they won't? No.
not look. PVC is very strong, and to give up $100 million to a fight, to two
Hmm.
fights,
Hmm.
mean it's not broke. But people talk. People doesn't understand
Thank you. Hmm.
the business. And Al Heyman is a well educated and a very good businessman. They handle it all these situations.
Okay. Yeah, because I have a work, I would say work or whatever, content creator, pretty much is on PBC all the time, that they going broke, they can never get paid, you know, and the reason why the fighters don't get paid is because they don't have the money. they like doing well, he's saying they're doing like a Ponzi type scheme where you have to wait a while to get paid, and they're not getting paid or
Who
things like that. You
who
know,
say that?
Al Heyman. I don't want to mention his name, but he's a content creator, and but he believes that PBC just don't have any money.
Well, I don't know who say that, but whoever
Hmm.
says sometimes,
Hmm.
you know, it doesn't work any longer with Al.
Hmm.
It's some promoters that betrayed Al,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it out there. Yep.
and that promoter is the guy that he took.
Hmm.
But doesn't say that many of them that
Hmm.
he took advantage of Al in the beginning today is not any longer in PVC.
Hmm. Yep. That's what
And
I thought.
whoever is in PVC, I didn't start from the beginning.
Hmm.
I got a call from Al after a year that he was in the business, I believe.
Okay.
And I was working with Golden Boy, and I went to the office of Golden Boy. I say, if you have nothing better, I go with Al Heyman.
Okay.
And this is what I did. And that is the reason people respect me, because I didn't go for the money,
Hmm.
and I didn't say to anyone that I worked for many years, like Golden Boy, uh,
Uh-huh.
trade him. I went and I spoke with them,
Hmm.
and Eddie, uh, Eric Gomez, and he was over there,
Uh,
Roberto Diaz, and Oscar say, go ahead, because I believe it'd be good for you.
right.
You
Okay.
know, you didn't have enough dates on TV.
Okay. That's what I figured. Enough. They
Yeah,
just want
but
enough days. Right.
people talk about it, but I'll continue to be stronger. And whoever say it doesn't pay, trust me,
Okay. Okay.
it's a way how to get back to, to create an illusion.
Okay.
And most of them that
Uh-huh.
start with them is not any longer, not because he didn't get paid, because he betrayed them,
Okay.
and a
Hmm.
big time.
Okay.
Mention the names, but
You're right, right, right. Okay, don't mention no names. But we got Jay Miller here. He said, did Canelo and his team officially decline the offer?
not Canelo.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Again, it's Eddie,
Management.
his
Yep.
manager and trainer. He declined that one.
Okay. Because I know Eddie and Canelo are close friends. Yeah. Okay. Now, we got my man Zulu Lion. He got a question for you. Do you think Demetrius is an easy win for David?
No,
No.
it's a tough fight.
That's a tough fight. Okay. Tough fight. The style he fights is kind of tough for David. He don't want to engage.
Yeah, you need to. But one thing I can tell you is
Hmm.
80-20,
Okay.
which is mean when you go to the ring,
Uh-huh.
80% winning is Benavidez against 20%
Mm.
lucky.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. We know who you know. Oh, okay. Okay. I see that. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see. Any more questions there? Okay. All right. Now, do you think that down the line, David will keep fighting to maybe let's say 40, maybe or 38, because he's still young. He's big for his age, and he pretty much will be moving up to 175 because that body's getting bigger. And will we ever see a Charlo and David Benavidez fight?
Yes.
Okay,
100.
great.
First of all, because Charlo is own man.
Okay,
He make
okay,
his own decision.
okay.
And beside that is my dear friend,
Oh, is he?
both
Okay.
of them.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I like him very much, but I'm pretty
Uh-huh.
sure that nobody will tell him what to do. That is a different
Yeah.
kind of personality. It's not the Canelo personality. Trust me, that one.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I can see that. The Charlos, they very got strong, very strong will, attitude. I like the Charlos, my favorite fighters. I like them, and so I can
Charlo
see
is
that.
50-50 against Benavides.
Hmm.
Uh, eh,
Okay.
I believe it be equal or tougher that Canelo.
Wow.
Charlo.
Wow. So you think Charlo can beat Canelo if they ever got in the ring?
I believe so. You have a great chance.
Yeah, I
Not the
think.
same chance like Benavidez. I would
Uh-huh.
say Benavidez is, to me, is favored 55-45. And,
Okay.
uh, and Charlo with Canelo probably is 50-50. That is the reason that $100 million that he got offered is well paid, because if many people, he will buy, millions of people, he will buy the pay-per-view on that one.
Wow. 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 That's a nice big statement. Like someone said in the chat. Yeah, that's a big statement there. So, but and do you like to make any other comments today, Samson? Anything you want to talk about while we still got time? Is there anything you want to talk about since you got time, Samson?
No, really, the point is that I want to I really appreciate that you call me up, and I can
Mm-hmm.
I can clarify the reason of Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
And don't miss Fundora next fight. That would be
Okay.
something great.
Okay, now I got another
Against
question. Okay, got another question for you. All right, from Vince Williams. He said, "What are the chances of a future fight with David and Gilbert Zordo Ramirez?"
the Zurdo Ramirez.
Yeah,
Well,
Zordo. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
big fight. Yeah.
he was his partner, sparring partner, with both of them, and he know
Oh,
each other a lot, and
okay.
he respect each other. But he went to 75. Benavides is continue to be a super middleweight. He doesn't want to fight a light heavyweight.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now we
Remember,
got. Oh,
the
go ahead.
reason,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish. You
yeah,
can finish. Mhm.
the reason he lost his title on the scale is
Uh,
because he was the first fight on the bubble. For,
Okay.
so he couldn't go to the gym. He had only 1 hour to run, so it
Uh-huh.
was not all his fault.
Okay.
It was the pandemic.
Okay. 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 Well, we got another question from W underscore right side. He said, could David move up to grab a belt at 175 before Canelo gets for before Canelo gets for undisputed? Go for undisputed.
Uh, that would be very interesting, but again, he wants to stick around on super middleweight for the next year or so, maybe a couple of years.
Okay. 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 All right. Now we got another question for you. We got two more questions for you. All right. Okay. Now, then saying, are you saying this is from Ricky Williams, boxing again. He said, are you saying that the PBC stars are their own men? That they have their ultimate say so?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay.
Most of
That's
that doesn't
most of,
have management and trainer that make decision for them, like Spencer with like many others. Uh, you have a plan too that he make his own decision. It's many,
uh
many boxers that he make his own decision.
okay. So you
But
got some do and some don't.
but anyway, like in this case, Benavides or Fundora or Fortuna or Rosario,
Mhm.
no promoter he can force to fight anyone
Okay.
to the fighter.
Mm,
However, the fighter he take the advice of the management and promoters,
okay.
like in this case Canelo.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Canelo. Yeah. Okay. I got you, Samson. And I appreciate you taking out your time and spending with me. All right. It's been a
Thank,
pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Yes.
thank you.
Yes. It's been a pleasure. And talking to you on the phone been a pleasure. And I know you've been on a 13-hour flight. And I understand that. Okay. And anytime you want to come back on, you always welcome.
I
All right.
have your number for sure.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Maybe
And
I give you some scoop one
no,
day.
yes, sir. And my man from 10 months he said, shout out from Albuquerque. Okay, he just want to say hi to you.
I
Uh,
did a show in Albuquerque. What a people over there. It's beautiful.
Okay, okay, yes, man. You hey, look, you got a beautiful personality. I like what you're doing with the amateurs, and keep doing good work. All right,
Thank you very much.
all right, all
Thank
right.
you.
You take
God
care.
bless.
All right, take care.
Bye
All
bye.
right, all right. Thank you, everybody. That was Sampson. Just give me 1 second. All right, 1 second. I had to use the bathroom bad. I'll be right back. Oh man, that was a good interview. Wow. Boy, that's been, whew, man, that's been an hour long. Whew, wow. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Man, I've been holding up for an hour. Wow. Man, he came right on in. And now, he been on a 13-hour flight. And he said he only had 30 minutes, but he gave me 45, 50 minutes. And that's good. And I thank everybody for coming in. I thank you for your questions. Now, let's talk about it, if you don't mind. All right. Now, there you go. Sampson said that, okay, we got a loyal talk, loyal to the game, Boston talk. Here's a donation just for being so damn funny. All right, Lord to the boxing talk. And that super chat. Oh, wow. All right. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. All right. Thank you for coming in. All right. And thank you for that support. All right. Did I miss anybody? All right. David Brown. Yes, sir. Is this the one of the best interviews that you've been a part of? No, actually, David Brown, the best interview I've been a part of was Regis Prograis, Ronnie Shields. I did that interview with Ronnie Shields and Richard Program, and I did David Benavidez Sr. I did his interview, and that didn't last too long, but I did that interview also. But this is not one of the best ones. But he been on a 13-hour flight. Now, my barber that cuts my hair, all right, great dude, great guy. I just want to give him a shout out. Okay, I talked to him, and he said he'd be tuning in today, and I want to say thank you. That's on Dave's Barbershop. That's in Riverdale, Illinois. All right. So make sure if you're in the area, check him out. Good brother. They cut some good hair. They cut my hair for years. All right. And my father's hair for years. And I just want to give him a shout out for that. All right. Now, let's talk about it. All right. Now, that was a good interview to everybody. I thank everybody for coming in. All right. And well, yeah, KQ is a real one. I appreciate that, brother. Yes, sir. I really appreciate that. I appreciate Chi-Town Finance. I appreciate Bole for coming in. Yes, sir. We're going to get phone lines. Yeah, we're going to get phone lines. Now, I can open up the phone line if you want to call in or whatever, or if you just want to talk about what he talked about. Now, this goes to show you. Now, I'm not fucking around and I'm not messing around. This goes to show you, Sampson said it yourself. He's a good friend with Al Heyman, a damn good friend. He worked for Al Heyman. He knows that Al Heyman is a good businessman. They are not going broke. All right. Now, of course, you got people on jobs that say they're disgruntled, or I call them disgruntled employees. Right? They're disgruntled employees. That's all they are. So those that call certain content creators, all right, and like I said, I don't mention no names because I don't want to, do that. It sounds to me, OG, the PBC is where the real ones go. Yes, Ricky. Yes, cause now, he ain't got no axe to grind. All right, Sampson keep it straight down the line. I've had talked with him on several occasions, and he just keep it real. He said, his word is his word, and he stand on what he stand on, and he's not going to lie for Al Heyman, and he being honest. Yeah, they are their own boss. Some of them are, but Canelo, no, he's not. So sometimes you got to be, we got to be honest with Canelo. Canelo might want the fight, but his team don't want that. He said already that Canelo is a beast, basically, and he will fight anybody. But his team don't want him to fight no one. You see? Oh yeah, Ricky had a couple good questions, and Ricky got him to say that PBC, it's a powerhouse. Just call it what it is. Eddie Hearn, and now we understand why you take less money. You taking less money for to fight on someone else. No wonder you don't want to fight David Benavidez. But then again, I got to play devil advocate here. I got to call it like it said. Pause and strikes. Then why would you say, okay, well, Demetrius Andrade don't bring nothing to the table? Well, he does. Oh, he does. He does. He brings things to the table, but Sampson want him to engage. And I don't think Demetrius want to engage because Demetrius Andrade can't punch like David Benavidez can punch. Trust me on that one. All right. So the name of the game is hit and don't get hit. All right. That's the name of the game. Don't hit and don't get hit. So, yeah. So, but anyway, let me see who just text me. Okay. Oh, that was Sampson. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, yeah, he's saying thank you. All right. Okay. There you go. All right. But anyway, so but now you see. Now they gotta stay in business. Yes, they got to stay in business. What's going on, Ricky? What's going on, baby? He said, sounds like David have problems with fighters who have good footwork. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Bingo. And that's what it is. Sampson don't want no one that moves like that. Okay, Floyd did it. And Floyd, he didn't do a lot of movement. He did engage a lot. But Demetrius Andrade, he moves a lot. And he, bam, he's a southpaw. So he gets in there and get out of there. Now, David has slow feet. But, like you said, David like, hey, I'm bored. People think it's boring. If he wins, win, that's it, Dave Brown said, OG, don't know his Weber's full name. That's was me who asked about the interview. Great job, OG. Okay, I didn't know his Weber's full name. Okay, that was me who asked about the interview. Oh, okay, great job. Okay, all right. But yeah. So what to my own man? Yes, sir. All right. Yo, what's going on, Brian Miller? Salute to you, brother. All right. What's up, ABN? Salute to everybody. All right. I didn't seen the super chat because like I said, you trying to cut out much time you can when they're interviewing. Okay, when you're interviewing with them. But that was great. He came on. He called me this morning at 5:30. And I appreciate him for doing that. He was on a 13-hour flight from Argentina. And for him to just come straight in and do that for me, that was great. That was great, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope he said some things that you all can say, hey, something to think about. See, sometimes in life, you got to hear another perspective. Sometimes you just can't believe the first thing you hear. Sometimes you got to get it somewhere from the horse's mouth, but it wasn't from the horse's mouth. Now, if I get fired from my job, I'm not going to talk good about that job. Oh, it was a wonderful job. I just fucked up. Well, some people would say that, but But when you got disgruntled employees, like he said, from PBC, they call this content creator and say, well, they don't pay their fighters over there, right? Because you messed up, dude. You wasn't loyal. And Al don't like that, apparently. Huh? You must don't like that, apparently. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to call no name. All right. What's going on, Vince Williams? And that chat. He said, great interview, OG. Appreciate the content. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. And I'm trying to do some things different this year. Try to do more interviews. And I promise you, I'm going to get that Leo Santa Cruz coming up. All right. And I'm sorry I couldn't get the Antoine Russell, but I will get him for next week. It's going to be after his fight. All right. So let me put it that way. Okay. And Ricky, yes, he's a straight shooter. Yes, sir. Ricky said I would. A straight 8 shooter. Yep. Now, if you ain't subscribed to Ricky, make sure you subscribe to him. All right. And what's going on, Slick Rick? All right. Salute to you, my brother. All right. You are a great OG. That's why we are all here. Hey, yes. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody came in today. I mean, we got 90-something people in here already, today. And that was a great interview. Z, what's going on? That's my guy, Zulu Line. Always showing love and support. J.A. Dixon. This is what I'm talking about. And what I mean by a different perspective. You don't just go on the first thing you hear. Salute to you, Anthony John. What's going on, AJ? All right. But, and I want to thank Chi-Town Finance. I want to thank Underground Asylum. All right. I want to thank BFTV. All right. All right. The best fight the best. All right. Good brother. And always showing me love. All right. And what's going on, Fallers? Salute to you, brother. All right. But if anybody missed Barbara's full name, Barbara's full name. Yeah, David Brown. Yep, that's the Barbara's full name, David Brown. But it's called Dave's. All right, it's Dave Barbershop. Okay, it's in Riverdale, Illinois, right off of West 144th Street. Okay, right off of shit. What's the exact address? Ooh. You'll be like, God damn, you don't know my exact address. But anyway, but yeah, that's my barber. And I know a lot of people who say, well, why you get your hair cut? I always tell them that, but I ain't shaving my head. I don't need no bumps on my head. All right. I don't need no kilos on my shit. But anyway, but now you all see, okay, that it's always good to get another perspective. Okay. And I appreciate Sampson. And another thing, y'all might get a little touchy about what he said about the black community. And it is true. The black community don't support other black boxers, other black people doing great things. I mean, yes, the Filipinos do, the Hispanics do, but we don't support each other. We don't. Or we might hate on each other. You know what I mean? Just like what's up? J.A. Dixon, what's on? He said, I hate waiting in line at the barbershop behind a motherfucker with no hair. Well, you gonna wait, nigga. You gonna wait. but anyway, but still, we don't support each other, and that's the thing about it. We don't support each other. We should be talking, supporting each other, but we don't. And what makes it so bad? And you hit it right on the head, right side. How can you come out, act like you Malcolm X and all that shit? Oh, you say the world, Martin Luther King. Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy, right? How you gonna do that? Then in the same breath, you turn around and say, let's boycott. Not you, your team. Now, I'm gonna say this once, and I'm gonna only say this one time. Now, Earl Spence and your Dennis Ugas, they both came out and agreed to say, hey, look here. If you win, if I win, it doesn't matter. Terrence Crawford is next. Now, I ain't gonna say it yet. I'm not gonna say it yet to them for sure, but I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about something. But I want to say it right now. Because I want to be for sure. Because when I speak, I want to speak correctly. All right? Yes, sir. What's up, David Brownson? Has OG has been a client of mine for years. My guy. Yes, sir. That's David Brown right there. That's my barber right there. Yes, sir. Yes, he's a good brother, man, and I appreciate him. All right. Yes, sir. It sounds like I say that was a great interview, and that's a great David Benavidez. He got Javier Fortuna. And he got Rosario, you know, the one that got knocked out by Charlo with the body shot. He's good friends with the Charlos. Didn't know that. All right. Now, this is Dave Barbershop right here, 416 West 144th Street in Riverdale, Illinois. All right. Good brother. Good people. All right. And a good shop. Good shop. You want some barbershop talk? Go there. You get some good barbershop conversations. Get some arguments. You get all that. All right. So so that's my barber right there. All right. So but anyway, like I said, you know, everybody have to understand that Terrence Bud Crawford is saying, well, Bernie the boxer is saying, boycott the Spence fight. But why you want to boycott the Spence fight? And you just said we all stick together. We all should stick together. We shouldn't be apart. Sampson just said we never stick together. And this is coming from a man from Argentina. Huh? Why we want to boycott Earl Spence's fight? Why? Now, I'm not trying to be funny, you know, but Terrence Crawford acting like, you know, a woman scorned. You know, I mean, what else do Earl Spence and your Dennis, you guys got to do to let you know that you are next, son? You are next. If Earl Spence, he don't like Keith Thurman. He already told you, I would drop the belts before I fight Keith Thurman. Huh? Yes, Deuce. It is a damn shame because Crawford is excellent. He's a damn good boxer. But he act like, you know, another thing. What Sampson was speaking on about management. He needs some management around his ass. That's what he needs. You're only good at your management. See, sometimes when you got somebody like Brian McIntyre, Bomac, in your ear, that don't work. That don't work. Because he's too negative. He's too negative. And I'm not saying it's not a jealousy thing. It's not that. I don't think it's that. Now, someone told me today, my barber, let's say he played basketball, okay? He's on a basketball team. He's top of the on the team, the number one guy. Then you look over at another guy, and you be looking like, damn, man, he's good. But he's not saying it out loud. So maybe Terrence Crawford's thinking like, well, can I beat Earl Spence? Can I really beat him? Now, I'm not saying he's thinking that, but I don't know what's going through his mind. Because all of a sudden, you talking kumbaya, then now you want to go up and fight Charlo at 154. You want to go up the middleweight and fight the winner of Castano and Charlo. What's wrong with this picture? Huh? Talk to me, Jay Dixon. What's going on? This is what happens when you give a guy major props for accomplishments against lackluster opposition. Bud never honored his word to fight Lipinets, who stepped outside so he can get undisputed at 140. Bingo! Oh, yes, sir. Yes, that's right. Now, I don't know who's giving him advice. I just don't know. Now, Jay Dixon said also a dishonest man would do it all. Yes. But I just can't understand how a man can flip like that. And what were we talking about? A couple of days. I mean, what does it take? Now, what does it take Earl Spence, I mean, he practically like, he just don't like Keith Thurman. I don't, he just don't like him. He said that he would drop all them damn belts. He don't care if he have 4. He gonna drop all of them if he had to fight Keith Thurman. Now, they haven't ordered no fight. They haven't made him a mandatory. What are you talking about, Terrence? Now, supposedly he was to have inside information. Huh? But Sampson just got off the interview and said everybody at PBC are their own man, except for maybe a couple, but Earl Spence is his own man. He just said that. Earl Spence is his own man. So Earl said, I'm not fighting Keith Thurman. I don't like him. I mean, what else do you got to do? I mean, you see, but I don't want to harp on it, but damn, I mean, so that I'm not going to say it yet. I just want to see and wait and look at some few things before I say what I think it really is. Okay? KQ, all right? I'm going to put it like I'm supposed to put it, all right? So, and I'm going to put it in perspective for you. What's up, Southpaw Boxer? Yes, sir. Them Southpaws are something else, baby. Wow. Yes, sir. All right. But, hey, listen, we're going to have a call-in show tomorrow. We're going to have a call-in show tomorrow, baby. That's going to be on fire. All right. Because Saturday, we got a show. We got a fight at 1 o'clock. Josh Taylor, he's going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting Cottrell. And then Saturday night, we got Chris Colbert. We got Chris Colbert, who said that he don't care nothing about the belts. All he care about what? Is money. That's what he care about, money. That's all he say. All right. What's going on, hustler homie? What's going on, baby? In that chat. Ow. What's going on with you, brother? He said, since you guys said him and Spence both agreed to fight Crawford, do you think they will put it in the contract to fight Crawford next instead of a rematch clause? I don't know if they're gonna be able to put that in a contract, but I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I mean, come on. It's obvious. It's obvious, right? It's obvious if you got three of the 4 governing body bills, why in the hell would you not go get that last one? Now, I was listening to my boy Knockout, Boxing 86 TV. Great show last night, Knockout, if you're listening. Great show. I mean, man, it was top of the top, baby, last night. It was on fire. And one thing about it, they going to fight no matter if it's mandated or not. Okay? Other words, if it's a mandatory or not. They don't even have to say a word. Now, Knockout was right last night. That fight was sell. That fight was sell. You don't have to say a word. Just show up for the fight. And that fight going to sell out. You don't have to have a press conference. Forget about the press conference. Just be there on such and such a date. I guarantee you that fight going to sell. I guarantee you that fight going to sell. They didn't want to talk about it. You got other guys that was on that panel last night. I think underscore right side was on that panel last night. And appreciate the support. All right. But you're gonna see. You're gonna see. You're gonna listen. I'm almost. I'm gonna go out and say 85% sure that Earl Spence will fight Terrence Crawford if he beats you guys. I'm almost certain of that. Now, keep in mind, these guys are 35 years of age. They are getting older. So you got to understand that. And what's going on, Trick Nolte? Yes, sir. This is my man right here, Trick Nolte. All right? Always, I like to shout him out because he is responsible for a lot of numbers I got. All right? Let me put it that way. All right? And Trick Noti, what's going on with you? And that super chat. Wow. He said, OG, I just got here. Much respect to you in the chat. Yes, sir. When you get a chance, watch the replay. I had Sampson on. All right. Yes, sir. Sampson. Yes, sir. He gave me the number because I had lost it. He gave it to me again a while back. And me and Sampson been talking. Me and Ronnie Shields talk. You know, I had him on twice, so I want to keep having him on. But I had Ronnie Shields on before. Regis Prograde, I had him on once, and I don't want to, you know, I want to keep on having the same people on, you know. So. But anyway, and I have the heavyweight Rice. I had him on twice at the bull fight with Coffee. I had him on, you know. So, but I want to do more interviews this year. All right, I want to dig down deep into what's going on in the sport of boxing. And what Sampson is doing, I think is great. All right, because boxing, only way boxing gonna survive if it's spread all over the world, all over the country. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Johnny Rice, Shantown. Yeah. So I had all them, you know, all them fighters. I mean, all them promoters, fighters, whatever. All right. So that's the only way boxing will survive. Now, we got time. We're gonna talk some more. All right. All right. So we're gonna talk about a little more. All right. We won't get into Gervonta Tank Davis. All right. Now, like he just said, Sampson, and I'm gonna take from a little bit from this interview. All right. Like he said, when you walk down the street, you're gonna see Terrence Crawford. Nobody gonna know who the hell he is because he doesn't sell. You know, he doesn't sell. You know, he doesn't sell at all. Now, if Floyd walked down the street, they know who Floyd is. But Floyd is always in the limelight, everything like that. And, you know, it is what it is. You know, but Gervonta Tank Davis, they know who he is. A lot of people don't want to admit this, but he had reached that plateau. And this is what Floyd had to go through. And I'm taking this from Knockout Boxing TV last night. Floyd, he couldn't talk either when he first started. When he first started talking to the media, Floyd couldn't talk. They had what you call proper etiquette classes for his ass. Have you noticed what he says is always repetitious? What he said, you know, when you reach that plateau, right? That, you know, that comes with the business. That comes with the territory. Remember, he always say that? Oh, yes, sir. Right side said, OG, you should interview Pamper Bob. I'm sure you have me cry. You have me cry. Yeah, Bob ain't gonna get there my ass. He ain't gonna get there me. But I try. I try for fun and see when he come on in the lines then. Yes, sir. Man, but he'll want to see me, man. Cause I know they probably told him about me. You know, so but he probably don't want to go in there with me though. Yes, sir. All right. Ricky Williams. And y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to Ricky, okay? Yeah. The walk in the mall test. Yep. That's right, Ricky. The walk in the mall test. You know, the walk in the mall test. Because a lot of people, you know, you got some that's known. Some people just ain't known. Gervonta Tank Davis is a star. He can fight. Harvey Fortuna, Rosario, they fought this weekend. They won. Great job. Sampson, he promotes them. Great job. You know, because we was talking before we went live. You know, I said, man, let me go live. Because he's, you know, he liked to talk. You know, as you see, he liked to talk. You know, but he's a good guy, and he's a good guy to have in your corner. All right. Now, Rick Timms, what's going on, brother? All right. But anyway, let's talk about a few more things, if I may. All right. You said, right. So I noticed how quiet that guy. He's not going. to win that case because he got the million for not getting the big fights. Made no sense, man. No, Terrence Crawford's not going to win that case. No, no, no. Bob might try that case himself. He's not going to win that case. Now, I don't know. He tried to put that kumbaya out, Martin Luther King type feeling out there. I don't know. But he's not going to win that case. That's not a winnable case. See, the burden of proof is on him. All right. I'm not no lawyer, but hell, I've been in jail. Shit, I know. Yeah. Talk to me, Deuce. What's going on? Your problem is if Floyd is at his interviews always speaking for him and cutting him off, he'll never get the repetition and learn to handle the media. Well, he's learning now. That's what they alluded to last night. I think Right Side was on that panel, and that's what they alluded to now. He's learning how to talk now. And now, and I agree with Knockout. Knockout said this last night that Gervonta Davis is doing better in discipline, in talking, because see, now you grown. You got a baby, a child that depends on you. And you got to better yourself as a man. Your family going to come first of all. You got to better yourself as a father. You see? You got to have yourself together so when your son get to the position you was at out there in the streets, you don't want him out there in the streets, right? So you're going to be the best father and boxer you can be. You're going to provide him the things that you didn't have. You're going to provide him the things where you didn't have to see, that you did see, like your mother best friend getting killed in front of your ass on the porch. Yeah, that happened. You see? That happened. Now, Dave said Floyd does cut him off too much. He needs to let him flow. Yep, Dave right. Dave is right. Let him be a man. Let him grow up. And the only way he's going to grow up is, yeah, you're going to make mistakes. I remember that time he was talking and Floyd had to take the mic. He said, Floyd met, and I get it. He was young, but now he's maturing now. And also, I'm going to say this with Dave, what he just said. He's right, because we talked about this the other day, y'all, how Floyd is on the sideline and telling him what to do and not letting him make his own decision or listen to his trainer, Calvin Ford, back there telling him what to do, and Floyd over there hollering too. He looking like, what? Let that man be. You see, Michael Jordan, like you said, Michael Jordan was a terrible coach and trainer, but he was the best damn player in the world. And that's how I look at Floyd. Floyd was the best that it can be, hit or don't get hit. The best defensive fire I ever seen. But he's a damn shitty ass promoter. I'm sorry, that's facts. That's facts. So, I mean, it just is what it is. Yeah. Floyd can't win when he's quiet. When quiet people say he's got to promote more, when he's in the cameras talking, he's out front too much. What the fuck do you want? Well, of course, yes, Floyd. Yeah, he's out in the camera too much. You know why? Because he got that boxing mentality, and he tried to wear a promoter hat. The two don't mix. You're not a boxer no more, Floyd. You don't see Bob Arum up there in the cameras. Hell, you might see Eddie doing an interview or something, but you don't see Bob taking over interviews and shit like that. I mean, yeah, he old and stuff, but I mean, you don't see him doing that. Right side, what's going on? What's going on, Dwayne Freeman? What's going on with you, brother? Yeah, so he said, don't take this the wrong way, but Floyd speaks like Donald Trump. Oh, no, baby, go ahead and say what you're going to say. And they both have certain things they want to say and always find a way back to whatever point here wants to talk about. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. No doubt about that. No more doubt about that. No, but Floyd want to put out there, he want to sell Gervonta Davis to the public. He want everyone to know that I got the prize. Nobody can beat him, like he did over in the UK. How he insulted that fight and say, "Hey, Gervonta Davis was the youngest champion." you know, he just want to sell that I got the best. But you're not gonna be better than me. But I got the best. You see. So Floyd will help you, but he only going to help you to a certain extent because he don't want you to be or surpass him. So that's how I look at it. What's up, Dre the Finest? Salute to you in that. Chat. You dig? What's going on, Dre the Finest? He love you, fam. I should have been asleep, stayed stayed up. Okay, hey, I'm glad you stayed up for the interview. All right. And shout out, like I said, once again to Sampson and Sampson Promotions. All right. He was on a 13-hour flight and he still came and did the interview. And I thank him for that. All right. And like I say, we probably do it again because David Benavidez is right now. Lemieux, he should beat Lemieux, but I would like to see a Charlo and David fight. And he's friends with the Charlo, so that's an easy fight to make. It sound like, they both on PBC, so hey, let's see it happen. Stop waiting on Canelo. You cannot sit here and let another fighter define your career and legacy. Now, he was honest about that. Canelo took less money because of less risk. You see, that's a high risk. And yes, that's a high payday too, but he'd rather take less, 15 million less, just to play it safe, So, just to play it safe. So, but now, what Adrian also is doing, okay, now, because remember, Canelo's a free agent, y'all, right? But he's not a free agent, really, because Adrian Alzo, who is best friend, they say, is the one who's making the decisions. Now, what I hear is why Ryan Garcia left and went to Joe Guzman is because Arenado drops everything for Canelo. Like I said, if Canelo say, let's go out of town, let's go for a trip. Arenado said, okay, let me get my coat. And Ryan get ready to spar. Now, that's where Oscar De La Hoya put it out there. Yes, sir. Yeah. Now, Rice said Arenado is his agent. He isn't a free agent. Okay. Well, he is a free agent as far as he's not signed to a promoter. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Now, Eddie Reynoso is not his agent on right side. He's his manager, but he's not his agent. Okay. Basketball players have agents, but he's a free agent. Okay. He doesn't. He's not signed to Golden Boy anymore. Like that. He's not signed to DAZN. So he can fight on any platform. And that's why PBC wants him. That's why Eddie wants him. Eddie would love to have him fight on DAZN. Maybe get some of the subscriptions up. All right. But Eddie Hearn, another one. Eddie Hearn, another one that goes back on his word. What's going on, Snappy? Eddie Hearn is another one that goes back on his word. Now, of course, pay-per-view wasn't good. It wasn't good for the country. Pay-per-view wasn't good for the United States of America. So I'm going to bring in this app called DAZN, and you get a chance to watch the fights, not for $75, for $10. Then it went up to $20. Then it went up to, $100-something a year, whatever, right? And now, all of a sudden, we go on pay-per-view. You can't beat them, you might as well join them. And that's what it looked like. What's going on? Tunnel Vision. If you are an American fighter and sign with DAZN, good luck. You're going to need it. All right? Okay. Now, I don't know. Maybe you might want to expound on that, but maybe the zone don't have the money like they used to have. Because remember, Eddie Hearn came over here and tried to keep up with Al Heyman as far as that payment. But remember, PBC is not a promotional company. And a lot of people keep getting that mixed up. You know, that's why all those guys over there are their own boss. You know, so, but some of them, as Sampson say, some of them are their own boss. All right. So, J.A. Dixon, what's going on, baby? He said fans got to stop with the back-to-back undisputed narrative because he has 0 belts at 175, and he could have done that at 154 and 160. But he would have to fight Charlo and Andrade, of course, most definitely, you know. So, all right. Now, David Brown, my man Dave saying latest episode of Club Shay Shay, Mike Tyson echoed all sentiments as for Crawford versus Spence, etc. Okay. All right. Make sure y'all check that out. All right. Because, Mike Tyson, he probably gave an honest sentiment about Crawford and what Crawford's doing. And no, so I'm not going to say, like I said, I'm not going to say just yet what it is, you know. Now, Canelo has a belt at 175. Yes, he does. All right. But see, with Canelo, you never know what you're going to get with Canelo. You don't know what weight class he's going to fight at. Now, now I have a problem with this. I have a problem with Triple G. Now, and I'm talking about he's connected. He's connected to that contract, that big buck contract that Canelo's supposed to be signing, and that's supposed to be a 2-fight deal. Now, why would we want to see that fight again? Now, Triple G is 40 years old, almost. He been in the news yesterday. Him and Andre Ward been going back and forth about, just an innocent thing. Someone asked, what fight did you wish that you could have had that you didn't get? He said, well, the Triple G fight, and this and that. And Triple G got mad and said this, but that wasn't him typing, y'all. So let's don't get fooled, okay? Because Triple G barely speak English, and that was typed out so nicely. So don't let that fool you, all right? So, but all in all, whoever typed that form was on his team. And of course, he believes that he sold more tickets and Andre Ward couldn't sell tickets. Andre Ward could not fill the seats up, but he could. No, how about this? How about HBO could? Because HBO promoted him a lot. HBO kept saying what? Chocolito and Triple G, right? Gennady Golovkin. They pushed him. And yes, he was. He's a hard hitter at that time. I got called balls and strikes. Balls and strikes. And that's what I'm calling balls and strikes. So, Jose, what's going on, baby? What's going on with you? Yeah, Ricky say little G. Yeah. So, but hey, it is what it is, and I don't know why he fixated on fighting Canelo. He been chasing Canelo for I don't know how long, and maybe it's no one left for Canelo to fight. So, but Little kept tuning down the word fight. Yeah. Now, Sampson, he pointed out some good things about management, and free agency, and I remember Right Side just said that. Well, he's not really a free agent, and come to think of it, that does make much sense because even though you're a free agent, you're not free. It's always someone making a decision for you. Now, you free as far as what platform you fight on. Yeah, I would give him that, But is he a free agent? I don't think so, because Eddie Rinaldo makes all his decisions for him. Now, I don't know if he's his manager or whatever, but, you always got to have a voice in your ear. Now, who do Terrence have in his ear? Brian McIntyre. That's who he have in his ear. Now, I ain't no Rhodes Scholar, and I'm no lawyer or anything like that. But Brian McIntyre, he's not fit to give advice on business or boxing. He's just not. I mean, we just got to call it like we see it. He's just not. What's going on, Charles? What's going on, Charles Mallon? And that chat. Yes, sir. But we all still got what, 3 fights this weekend. 3 fights this weekend. I will be calling all 3 fights. Okay. All right. ESPN Plus, 1 o'clock. All right. Then we got Showtime. That's 9 o'clock, all Central Time. Then on the Zone on Sunday. Yes, sir. That fight starts at hold on. Let me get that for you. 1 o'clock too on Sunday, Central Time. All right. And I appreciate you, Charles Myler, and that super sticker. All right. Now we got my man Rick Timms 3. He said real talk. Triple G was simply an HBO hype job. Period. Exactly. Yep. Gennady Golovkin. Yeah, they committed their network basically on his production, and it ended their whole everything. Yes, it did. They kept pushing him. So now, L. Zachary talks everything. Salute to you, my brother. All right. W underscore right side saying Ronaldo equal Bomac, but Ronaldo seems to have more common sense. Very well said. Yes, very well said. Because Bomac goes off the rafter sometimes. He put out a narrative out there a lot about Earl Spence. He called him a drunk. He called him this. He called him that. Just because you drink don't make you a drunk. All right? But in his eyes, it does. He said they are not their own boss over there. So see, those type words, and you speak in public, because this is the era of social media. Everybody's going to pick that up. And Charles Mullins said, I'm tired of not seeing Demetrius Andrade fight some of these top guys like Canelo, Triple G, Charlo. Okay, these fights need to happen now. We tried Triple G and Canelo. Yes, we did. That was the whole point about this interview with Sampson. Now, Sampson is pretty much saying that, well, no, he ain't pretty much saying shit. He's saying it. That Charlo, he believes it can beat Canelo. Okay, fine. Maybe because he know Canelo. I mean, the Charlos. I don't know. He said he know both of them. I don't know. But also, because he used to be a matchmaker. He used to be a matchmaker before he used to promoter. If you look at, listen to the interview, you when he said that earlier. Now, he used to be a matchmaker before he was a promoter. Now, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade, he don't want to fight him, Charles. They don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. He said he don't bring anything to the table. That they need more money to fight him because he won't engage. Okay, well, now, if I'm wrong, please, somebody correct me. The name of the game is boxing, the sweet science. The name of the game is hit and don't get hit. Now, what Sampson's trying to say is that he won't engage. In other words, he want to stand there and just go at blows. Something like Konecki and what you call did, Chris Arreola. They just sit there and just went at it, And then when you retire, 10 years after that, you slobbing and can't talk. The head is not meant to get hit. if you really want to know the truth. But this is a sport that we like. This is a sport that we love. But, defense is your offense, so that's how I look at it. Now, Benavidez does what Ryan Garcia does. Talks about a popular black fighter before he fights a lesser known fighter. Of course, because he's fighting Lemieux. Now, what happens? Like 503 Lion said, I asked this question for him earlier. And what about after Lemieux? Is he gonna move up to 175? I would like to see that happen. Go up to 175. Let's see. Let's make the fight. Let's make it happen. How about that? I'm all good for it. I'm all good with it. What's going on right side? He said it's a tough fight for Benavidez to fight Andrade, but he thinks it's 80-20. When did 80-20 become a tough fight? Yeah, it's a tough fight because see, it's a chance he can lose. That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. See, this is the same things happening to Devin Haney. This just had a bigger scale, a bigger weight class. Because Demetrius Andrade can make David Benavidez look stupid. He moves. He got great angles. He got great feet. Devin Haney, he can make George Kambosos look stupid. He can get in. He can get out. He can move. He can use his angles. Now, no, he's not a big puncher. Yeah, I would give him that. But same thing, almost same scenario. I don't want to go. He can make me look stupid. What's up, Judah? What's going on, Mr. Ben Israel? I saw you on Instagram, nice page. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I got Benavidez stopping Boo Boo in the later rounds. Okay, Manny. That sounds great. Now, you think that David can lay gloves on him? Will David be able to touch him? Now, we've all seen David Benavidez fight. Now, I pretty much look at him as a robotic type fighter that pretty much walk you down and pretty much bam, 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 bam. He's not going to use that jab, bam, 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 and move on his toes, hop on his toe. He's not going to do this. Nothing like that. He's just coming straight forward and walk you down, And Demetrius Andrade is not going to stand there and let you sit there and beat on him. That's not going to happen. I don't know many fighters, but a lot of Hispanic fighters, they will brawl. They will go at you. But, we got some black fighters that do the same thing. Earl Spence throw 80 punches per round. Earl Spence is a dog. Terrence Crawford don't fight on the inside. He fight on the outside. Earl Spence fights on the inside and outside. Is that an advantage? I think so. Now, Rick Thames, what's happening, babe? He said Andrade can beat Benavidez and Canelo without question. Okay. Charlo struggles against all three, but don't get ran over. Okay. Duly noted. Andrade, yeah, duly noted. Now, Demetrius Andrade is going to a purse bid. Okay. Him and Zach Parker going to a purse bid. Yep. They're going to a purse bid. Now, of course, that purse bid would be okay, Andre won't. Okay, after part. Okay, yeah, he ain't gonna get it though. I was just looking at that. Demetrius Andrade wants David Benavidez out to Parker. He won't get that. All right. Now, Eddie Hearn lost another purse bid. If you haven't heard, all right. I think 7 days posted that, whatever. but he lost another purse bid, Eddie Hearn. So, all right. So, what's up, P. Machiano? What's going on, brother? Salute to you. Salute, OG. Great work today. Appreciate you. As always, salute, my brother, and love to the family in here. Today, Bud versus Spence this year. Watch Bud all day. All right. Okay. You know, like I say, December 31st, that's my cutoff. December 31st, that's my cutoff. I will not discuss that fight again unless it's going to be made. Unless it's made, put it that way. Then I will break it down. I'll talk about it and this and that. All right. And P. Marciano. And that Chad. Wow. Wow. I appreciate you, P. Marciano. All right. Yes, sir. All right, Rick Timms, again, making a comment. He said Cambosa beat a prime prima donna. All right. Beat a prima donna. Unfocused CEO who thought he'll walk through Cambosa. All right. And probably didn't train hard. Yeah, that was the notion. And let's be honest, everybody in here. Everybody in here thought the same shit. Who is George Cambosa? Oh man, Till gonna whop him. Oh, he gonna do this and that. But guess what? His daddy's crazy and I don't know what, right? His great daddy just came out yesterday and said somebody threatened him on the internet. Oh man, he crazy. And his daddy also said that my son, he gonna knock the F out of Josh Taylor. This is what I'm saying. You gotta make changes, Teal Jr. You got to make changes in your corner. I know that's your daddy. But sometimes you got to separate your daddy and your job. Your job is boxing. And your daddy is hurting your brand. He's been doing that for the longest, I don't know how long. And now he's talking about my son gonna knock the F out of Josh Taylor. And I mean, he's out there bad. Anyway, Loma and Haney won't do that. Cambosa's undefeated days are numbered. Oh, yes, we know that, Rick Sam. George Cambosa is a B-level fighter. He's a B plus at best. Those belts is not going. He's gonna lose some belts on the first fight or the second fight. He knows that. He knows that. Now Lopez, he wants to go up. Excuse me. He at 140 now. He's campaigning at 140, so he want to fight Josh Taylor. Now, of course, we know that if he's not focused or disciplined, because first of all, he was out there bad himself. You know, when you start lying and shit, you know, things like that happens to you, you know. And then he got caught doing this, got caught doing that. Or, I mean, just, you know, the Triller just got tired of him. Triller, you know what? Look, don't forget that. You know, you deal with this, Eddie. And Eddie went on and made the fight. And Cambosa had enough, not to knock him, really out, but he made him face look like a monster. You know, so exactly right, KQKC. The science of boxing is to hit and not to get hit. Your career will last a lot longer. Exactly. Most definitely. That's the name of the game. That's what it is, baby. You know, I just don't. Now, Sampson, now I know why he's saying that, you know, and I got a lot of respect for him, what he's doing with the amateurs and the minorities and everything. I mean, I get that. He brought Manny Pacquiao over here. All right. He introduced Manny Pacquiao to Freddie Roach. Hey, kudos to him for doing all that. But he know what it is. He know that Demetrius Andrade can beat David Benavidez as far as foot movement. Now, he don't punch as hard. Of course not. But, you know, I mean, you get in, you get out. Make David miss, and you try to make him pay. That's the ultimate goal when you're fighting someone like David Benavidez. You try not to get hit with them big shots. But if you run out of gas and David Benavidez start touching you, then maybe, you know, it's a chance that David can pretty much finish you off. All right. So, all right. What's up, Snap B? I don't think that Bud versus Spence will happen this year. And Spencer, you guys go the distance, it must definitely isn't happening this year. Why not? That fight is in April on Snap. Why we can't have that fight? Let's say, okay, I'm gonna go all the way to December. Why we can't do that? We got April. Okay, it's over with. I doubt anybody take any big punishment because you guys ain't no big puncher, you know. So we got April. Let's just say May, June, July, August, September, October, November. You got 9 months. 9 months. They're gonna fight one time this year. I think it can be made. I think it can be made, Snack. What you think? I think it can be made. Yeah. Because I'm telling you right now, you know, because if it don't, Terrence Crawford gonna have a goddamn fit. Because somebody please shut him up. Because he's really now. I don't know what type of inside information he got, but what does it take? I mean, what he got to do? Hold Terrence's hand and say, "See, come follow me and watch me and everything," and or maybe put it in a contract. Now, if you put in a contract, they still ain't gonna believe it. They're gonna say that ain't a real contract. You know, I mean, damn if you do, damn if you don't. I mean, come on. You can't keep on babying this dude. You know, I'm not. And I'm not no big Earl Spence fan. I'm not no big Terrence Crawford fan. I just call balls and strikes. That's all. You feel me? You feel me, JD? What's up? Is it? I think part of the reason these guys stall so long is because management. Now, this is what Sampson said. Management is why. It's not the fighters, it's the management. Guys stall so long is because they get much more attention when they don't deserve it, when they don't have a fight, and gospel stands out in boxing talk over actual signed fights. Man, yes, you know, and a lot of these guys, you know, they want to fight, and I know a lot of oh man, PBC fighters. It's just too many. It's not enough dates. At least that Sampson is saying this, right? And the reason why I keep saying, well, Sampson said this, Sampson said that, because I respect him because he's been in the game. He been with PBC. He Maurice Suleiman. He brought him in. He been good friends with his father. His father, you know, and he knows boxing. He was a matchmaker. Now he's a promoter. He's responsible for a lot of fighters, especially minority fighters. You know, and I respect what he done with Manny Pacquiao and everything. So, I mean, yes, you know, these guys do want to fight. Yes, Canelo do want to fight big fights and everything, but they're not going to let him. Why? Because he's following a certain program. All right, he's on a no diet program, rather. All right, no big hitters allowed. That type of program. That's what he's on. You know, but Rick Tells, he said, facts, KQKC, you just don't describe what happens with Benavidez versus Terrere. Terrere easily is more technical sound, but Dave's relentless pressure eventually overwhelms him. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, but Sampson looks at it this way. Hey, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight for David. You know, and you know, David Benavidez had his problem. I didn't even want to bring that up to him about the the drugs and stuff like that. But uh, um, but because the things he's doing with the youth and everything like that. So, but now Snap B, I'm saying again, or did I get this all right? Okay, I just doesn't. Okay, it just doesn't feel like it would happen this year. You know what? I feel the same way, Snap. I said the same thing earlier, last month. You know, I don't think it's gonna happen this year. That's why I kept saying that. Then when the you guys fight, you know, that came to fruition and everything. I said, okay, you know what? Maybe it can happen. And when they named it in April, I said, man, you know, maybe it can happen this year. You know, I mean, 9 months. I mean, come on. I mean, training camp is only what, 10 weeks, and that's a full training camp. You know, so, but I don't want to be a party pooper, but it just feels that way to me. Well, you know what? No, you're not being a party pooper because you ain't the only one. Shit. You know, there's a lot of fighters out there. There's a lot of fights out there that could have been made. Like right now, AJ, Deontay Wilder. That fight could have been made, but it wasn't. But it still can sell if it made today. I really believe that. It still can sell if it was made today. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. So, I mean, it is what it is, So now, Oscar De La Hoya. All right. Let me touch on that for a minute before I get out of here. All right. Now, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is saying this. Charlo should fight David Benavidez. They should fight because they are both exciting fighters. That's what I ask. That's what I say. Now, Oscar also said that that Canelo Alvarez should fight one of these guys. I heard a lot of people saying this now. And I'm not talking about content creators. I am talking about boxers. I'm talking about some promoters, matchmakers, and earn your money, earn your keep. You see, outside the box media, what to do, baby? All right. So, G5_gay, what's going on? Salute to you. All right. It doesn't matter to me. I love Bud beating the winner of Spence versus you guys. Okay. But see, that's the thing, Rick. That's the thing. Bud don't think gonna happen. Like I say, what else you got to do for this guy? First of all, fire your team. Fire your team. All right. That's what you need to do. Because you're getting some bad advice from somebody. But hey, yeah, it was a great interview today, and I thank everybody for coming in and supporting me during our interview. I loved it, and I appreciate Sampson coming in. I mean, just came off a 13 flight and came straight on in and did the interview, and I liked it, I liked it a lot, and I thank everybody for the support. I thank everybody for the questions, and I'm gonna try to do more interviews coming up this year. Now, tomorrow we will have the call-in show. All right, thank you, Chi-Town Finance. All right, we will have the call-in show tomorrow because I will be calling the fight Saturday morning and Saturday night. All right, well, Saturday afternoon. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, that fight starts at 1:00. All right, that's a Josh Taylor fight. All right, that fight will be in Scotland. Okay, it will be on ESPN Plus. Then we're gonna go over to Showtime, and that's at 9:00 that night. Okay. Now, also Sunday morning, we're gonna be over at the Zone. That's gonna start at 1:00. All right. So I appreciate everybody. I thank everybody for coming in. I wish everybody hit the like button. I forgot to mention that earlier. If you haven't hit it, make sure you hit it now. For those just came in, you want to see the interview, you always can watch the replay and check it out. And I thank everybody. And I'll be back tomorrow, same time. And make sure you leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the interview. Tell me what you like and dislike about the interview. Think about let me know what question he didn't answer or could have answered. So let me know. And I thank you, everybody. Okay. So shout out to the almighty LDBC and shout out to Black Media's Row. All right. Shout out to New Media's Row and shout out to all my subscribers. I thank you today. I thank you for coming in and showing up and showing out. All right. So, but again, we're going to cook this weekend again. We're going to be calling these fights a weekend again. So I'm double doing it again, baby. All right. That's how I do it. Okay. So, but like I say, if you any questions, any good comments, all right, always put them down in the description box or email Chi-Town Finance or Underground Asylum. I appreciate it. All right. So, with that, I'm out of here. And thank you again. And you know what? Also, put down. I'm going to check it out after the show. Okay. Now, also, if anyone have any ideas or to better the show, let me know. Okay, let me know. Just send a email or what have you, and shoot me an email or whatever, or put it in the comment section, and we'll try to get that done. All right. So, with that, I thank you and shout out again to all my subscribers. And I greet you with the ancient word of peace. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. That's why I have a comment. Oh, did I miss a comment? Oh, okay. Okay. Rick Tim said Miss McKenna Bud said he wants the winner of Spencer, you guys. And if that don't work, he said he'll go up for the winner of Charlo. No, 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 no. Rick, he changed that. He changed that. Okay, because he said he's thinking about going up now because he said he got confirmation that Spence was gonna be fighting Thurman after the you guys fight. Now Spence don't like Thurman. That's the thing about it. I don't know where he getting that from. So but and then of course his team, Burning the Boxer, and say boycott Spence fight. So I don't know what else to tell, but Spence and you guys already said whoever win the fight, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fight Crawford next. I mean, what else you got to tell Crawford? Yeah, I got some ideas in my head. Like I told you, I'm not gonna say anything right now about it. But something looked kind of funny to me. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. First I want to just give it a few days. Okay. All right. So now Miss McCann was so some people go for fried ice cream. Fried ice cream. Sweet tea. What's going on, sister? All right. Peace to you, sister. I hope you're working hard. All right. And thank you for that support today. I know you was listening. Okay. Like you always do. Because we were chopping it up. It was 12:30. I was like, oh shit, let me hit the live button. And it was people already in there, everything. And I mean, Sampson came straight on in because he said he didn't want to, sit down or lay down because he would have fell asleep. Y'all think I fall asleep? 13 hours on a plane, and he came straight in and came on KQKC. You got to love it. You got to love it. So hey, I appreciate it. All right. And with that, everything boxing is coming up next. Make sure you check them out. All right. So with that, I'm out of here. Peace and love to y'all. All right. All right. Now, okay, you got one more comment, Rick. Come on, talk to me. He said Spence yesterday said after he beat you guys, then next he'll go get the WBO. So we shall see. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. Big Texas. What's going on, baby? Yes, sir. All right. Make sure you catch the replay. All right. It's a great interview. All right. So with that, I'm out of here. Peace and love to everybody. I'm out.